Hi. Hello, anyone who's joining me. So I just walked into hall set. I'm still setting up because I have a sick kiddo. Not really. She's under the weather. Went to school a little bit late, and so everything is backed up a little bit. So any of those parents out there might know what that's like. So I am going to continue setting up. You can join me. I'll be with you in 1 second. It's a beautiful view of the ceiling. All right, so this is my little notebook. I do class description prior to teaching. I kind of come up with an idea of what I like to do. I also do that with all my clients as well. So today's going to be a little bit of an improvise because of two things. A little tendonitis in my wrist, not that big of a deal, but modify a little bit for that. And then the other thing is that I fell down the stairs yesterday, and although it could have been a lot worse, I might have broken my toe, or it's just bruised, or I don't really know what's going on with it. So here we are. I've been so excited to get awesome feedback from people taking the class, either when I'm doing it live or when they look back at my news feed later to do it at another time. I'm really happy that the work is helping people. So I've had a couple of people mention different things that they're struggling with and that this work is really helping them. And what I find with it is truly across the board, it can benefit everyone in some way, but it really is a whole body approach to staying healthy, preventing injury. I'll keep repeating this all the time. Oh, thank you. Thanks. So my neighbor nicely brought in my little hat, which I dropped outside in my rush to get inside. But really, like the whole body approach. So I've been calling it the future of stretch because really, truly, that's what it is. So it is a different modality of stretching. So, but in that, it can be pinpointed and more specific to different things, like if someone has a shoulder issue or a hip, or if they just wake up achy and sore in the morning. But it really is good to help with whatever practice you're doing. So someone who does yoga on a regular basis, I've had people that started stretching like this with me, and their practice in yoga without even really making the full connection has improved dramatically. And you have a better connection with what your body, you feel it to a level that maybe is new, meaning that you're clearing out some dense fascia, scar tissue throughout even like the belly of the muscle, the bigger muscle groups. And when you do that, the nervous system then has better conductivity to that muscle to communicate with it. So your muscle clears out the dense fascia, becomes a little bit more flexible, but then also contracts better, and you can feel it better, you can sense it better. So with that being said, I think I'm pretty much set up. As I get going, I'll make sure that our view is pretty good here, and you guys can get the best view. So okay, today we are going to do a little bit similar to last week. So we're going to do kind of a combo, a little bit of body work. And by body work, I mean gentle strengthening of certain muscle groups that help with joints, maybe a little bit of gentle core work in combination with fascia stretching. So let's get going. Today I have my mat. I always suggest either a pillow, a towel that you can roll up, having that so when we do some of the stuff laying on your back, you can use that as well. And then the other thing that I have today is a band. You can use a yoga belt, a strap, whatever it might be. So we're going to do just some gentle movement with that as well. So grab your stuff and let's meet back on the mat in a few seconds. All right, I think I did okay. When I get down to the floor, it might be a little bit dark, but here we go. So get ready to move. I hope the beginning of your year is going pretty good. And we are going to start now. Let me get to where I want to be with a little bit of a neck stretch. So I have chronic neck achiness, cracking, crunching. So when I am more consistent with my neck stretches, I tend to have less headaches, I can move more freely, and actually everything else below feels better too. So to stretch the neck, I'm actually going to maybe take a seat down here and let that little toe rest. You just want to find a comfortable position where your sits bones are even on the floor, shoulders are squared off. So first we're going to do this in two different ways. You're going to drop your right ear or your left ear if I'm nearing you on your camera. And you're going to bring the hand up. So I'm shortening the distance here. Add some pressure with your head down in this direction. Once you feel it here, use the strength of this arm to push your head back up. So the equation is shorten the area that you want to stretch, add resistance by activating the muscles, putting pressure into the hand, and then the strength that the hand brings you up and over to the other side. I get tons of cracking and crunching when I'm doing my neck, so that's normal. As I continue to do a few reps, it gets less and less, or it changes. And that's just your body's connective tissue working itself out. Good. Breathing naturally through it all. Let's do 2 more head presses down. Hand brings it up. Good. And head comes down. Press your head into your hand. Keep pressing it into your hand as you come back up. So I just felt heat and active muscles all in the area of the side of my neck and maybe into my shoulder a little bit. Now moving to the other side, taking your other ear, drop it towards your shoulder. Make sure not to look down or look up, that your nose continues to face directly forward as fast as you can. Hand comes to the temple. Press the head down into your hand. Feel the activation here. Use the strength of that hand to push your head up and over. This is my sore side. I like to do maybe a couple extra on the side that's sore. So if you're doing this at home, feel free to offer yourself a few more reps. If you're feeling tight, or you kind of just feel the muscles almost like achy, wherever you might need it. Oh, huge crack on that one. Head comes down, presses down, hand brings you up and over. I'm going to do a couple more on this side. My voice is a little scratchy today because I was in New Orleans for one of my closest friends' weddings, and we had a lot of great music and a lot of dancing and singing, so it's a good reason to lose your voice. Head comes up and over. Okay, so that's the first way. The second way, we're going to adjust it just ever so slightly. So what I want to do is get to my traps. So not directly on the side of my neck, but kind of on that diagonal on the back, where like you have your spine and then the back of your neck, and then that muscle group, and then kind of that upper shoulder area is your traps. So to do that, you have to shorten into that area. So from here, rather than tilting to the side, I'm going to actually tilt to the diagonal. Now my hand's going to come back here, and I'm going to push my head back into the diagonal. I'm going to pause until I feel it where I want it, and then I'm going to bring my nose towards my opposite thigh. And bring it back. Press your head back into your hand. Hand brings you forward, opposite. Good, 2 more. We'll do 4 of these onto that diagonal. Check in with yourself. Make sure that your resistance is always going back. You're always opposing it. Good, and I went a little bit further on that last one. Shake out the shoulders for a moment. Thank you for those joining me. And now we're going opposite side. So, a little bit of a chin tuck, and tilt it maybe first to the side, and then tilt it back on that diagonal, that way. Hand comes behind, head presses into my hand, and my head's going to be pushed forward and looking at my opposite thigh. Woo, tighter again on the side. Back on the diagonal, press your head back, check in with it, keep pushing it back. Bring your head down in the opposite direction. 2 more here, press it back. Breath is moving. 1 more time, press it back. Good, and let it release. Okay, since we're seated, this will probably be good for my toe here. We are going to bring your feet together, and you're gonna hold on to the front of your knees, kind of bringing your fingertips in here. We can change our position as we continue to do this if you feel like you have a better grip somewhere else. But we're going to start here. So we're going to stretch our inner thighs or our adductors. So the rule is shorten, add resistance. So you're going to press them in together. And then use the strength of your hands to open them to the side. I'm going to go with my forearms, see if that feels any better. I'm using my core to sit up straight. If this is a hard position for you to do, feel free to find a wall or a couch, and you can sit against that very comfortably and do the same exercise. Knees press in. I feel my inner thighs pressing in, and now I'm going to press. And I'm going to come forward a little bit as I'm doing it to get a little extra range of motion. Knees come in, press in, arms bring you back out. The strengthening portion of this are your arms. So you're basically doing a rear fly. So you're strengthening your rear delts, in and around that whole shoulder joint. Let's do 2 more. Press those knees in, breathing through it. I'm heating up. Open the knees. Let's do 1 more. Press the knees in. Good. Keep pushing them in. Even if you're not feeling it super strong right here, the action of that resistance in is getting the connective tissue in that inner thigh area. Let's move it to the outside. So I'm going to start now with I make it this, makes it feel nice and strong. My forearms on the outside of my knees. My knees now are going to push out. So once I feel the resistance on the outside, my IT band area, and my lateral glutes here, then I start moving. So I'm going to pause, I'm pushing my knees out. I'm going to separate my feet a little bit so that as I bring my knees in, my feet can come to flat position. Good. Open it, press out. Feel your butt squeeze. Give your glute a little extra squeeze. Press your knees in. Open. You know, if you've watched my classes before, you know that they are also a workout. When I say stretch, sometimes it's a little deceiving. But once you get going, you'll really realize that the flexibility you benefit from it is stretching. Let's do 2 more actually here. Press it out. Feel it in the outer thighs, outer glutes, powerful arms. 1 more time. Press it out. Feel that resistance out, 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 out. Good. Let your legs come down. Give them a shake. Good. I can already start to feel a little bit more openness through my hips, which is what we want to do. Next, we're going to do what's called foot to forehead. This is a little bit more of a challenging position to get into. Give it a try. You might be surprised at what it feels like. I'm going to go on my angle a little bit here, and I'm also going to grab my towel, blanket, or pillow. Okay, so bringing yourself down to the mat, find a comfortable position here. Okay, I'm going to open up my leg just a little bit to give me a base, but check in with your pelvis. Number 1, pelvis has to be level. So if you're dropping one hip to the side, level yourself off and tighten your tummy to stay locked in that neutral spine. I'm going to bring one leg up towards my chest. The same arm is going to go in front of my shin and grab the outside of my foot. My other hand is going to grab as well. From here, I'm going to open up this leg that I'm grabbing onto away from my body as far as my arms will reach. I'm going to press my foot away from me. So I feel this in the outer thigh, and now I'm kind of down into my hip glute area. And I'm going to use the strength of my arms to pull that foot towards me. Open it up without resistance. I'll show you with my head down. Press your foot away and draw it in. I feel a huge clunk of muscle snapping over one of my bones. Can't even quite tell where it is actually. As I continue, it's lessening. It didn't happen that time because my muscle's immediately responding to what I'm doing. Press that foot away. I'm using my core. I'm staying level with my pelvis. Bring that foot towards you. Good. Kick it away, resisting your foot this way. And pull that foot in. Good. 1 more time. Kick that foot away, and you're rotating it. You're getting a really strong, deep tissue release in your hip joint and in your glutes. Let that leg come down. Flex your foot. You probably can't see it in the video here, but I want you to press that heel down into the ground. And what you're doing here is grounding. You just released so much connective tissue in your hip area that your nervous system and now is like, wait a second, where am I going? And when you press that heel down, it tells the muscles and the brain to work together and say, here I am, here's my leg, and it grounds you and connects those muscles back to your body. Bend the leg you just worked on. Let's straighten the other one out for a second. Level your hips up, tighten your tummy. bring this knee towards your chest, and I'm going to bring the same arm on the inside of the shin and grab on the outside of the foot. Other hand is going to grab the foot as well. So I'm going to open up this leg as far away from me as I can, and I'm going to resist my foot away from me. I'm starting my head up, but you can keep your head down. I'm going to feel it basically here and deep into my hip joint and glute area. Once I feel that foot kicking away, I'm pausing. Keep kicking it away as you bring your foot towards you. Good. Thank you everyone for joining me. Tell your friends, share the video, tell them to try it. Push that foot away. Draw your foot towards you. Whew. Good. Press it away. I have some connective tissue tightness, scar tissue still in and around my glutes and hip joint in this leg, so it feels very different than the other side, and that's very normal to have one side feel drastically different. Open it, resist away. Let's make sure our direction's going in the right place. Keep resisting it away. Bring your foot towards you. Let's do two more. I'm opening up my foot a little higher. Try it there. You can make micro adjustments that totally change the stretch. You're getting all these different areas along different attachments of your muscles. Good. Let's do one more here. Take it away. Bring it towards you. Ground that leg, straighten it down, press your heel into the floor. Level hips. Hold that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Good. Reach your legs up to the sky. Just give a note to see how they feel. Good. Breathe into the full breath into your body. Big exhale out. Hug your knees to your chest. Inhale, full breath. Exhale slowly. Good. And let's roll this up. Good. Okay, we're going to do a resistance child's pose combo. So a couple times in the past I've done just basic child's pose, resist back, to the right, to the left. We're going to do basically micro steps in a half circle and adding 2 reps every time we take a step. You'll see what I mean when we get into it, but again, I'm talking about getting that the attachments of those muscles stretched in every aspect. So if this is my muscle attached to my bone, I'm not just stretching in the middle, I'm stretching all the fibers along that whole surface. So let's first start. I'm going to angle myself a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to bring my knees apart and my feet together. Let me go back a little bit here. Okay, and you're going to come forward onto your hands. Make sure that you're not dropping your belly, that you're lifting your belly up and always supporting that back. I'm going to shift forward a little bit, and we're going to start first with your body in a straight line. Resist your hands back and underneath you, like you want to slide them towards your belly button. When you feel that, your knees will naturally resist forward. Keep resisting the heels of the hands down and back. Pull yourself straight back, keeping the belly lifted, back supported. Oh, I love this one. This one's in most of my classes because it is just the best one for really stretching the fascia in your chest. Neck is in neutral spine. Good. Coming forward, hands press down and back, pull it back. Breathing is neutral. Good. Continue. Okay, now here's where we start to begin. I'm going to take one step with my right hand, one step with my left. Shifting the body weight forward, resist the hands back. Now I'm going to go in the opposite direction of my hands as I pull back. So it's a little bit off center. Come forward, hands press back, knees forward. Keep it active and really strong because we're going slower in this because we're only doing 2 reps. Come back up, one step in with the right hand, one step with the left, or your left and right. Resist hands back, knees forward. Find your angle a little bit more. Keep that opposite direction of your hands. Come forward again, powerful resist. Whew, pull back. We have 2 more rounds on this side. One step right hand, one step left hand. Belly up, hands forward, resist the hands. Pull yourself in the opposite direction. Body weight forward, resist, pull. Good. One more time. Right hand, right hand. Belly up, chin tuck. Resist the hands, pull it back. My knees cracking, adjusting, pull it back. Bring yourself back to center, sit for a second. Good, my inside arm feels nice and loosey-goosey. So let's get the same action going on the left. So we start center. Let's do one center to bring it back to neutral. Hands resist straight back, knees forward. Pull yourself back. Good. All right, one step in, one step out. Resist the hands down and back. Pull yourself in the opposite direction of both of your hands. Good. One more here, push back, pull back. Good. You're stretching the fascia in the chest and in the lats. Good. Really important area, especially for forward heads looking at cell phones, head down screens, things like that. This is a good counter stretch for that. And opposite direction. Good. Step in. One hand, one hand. Belly lift. Find your resistance. Pause. Check in with it. You're really getting it. Keep it. Don't let it go. Pull it back. Good. Forward and pull. Good. All of these different angles. Our whole shoulder joint. Last time, hands resist back in that direction. Knee forward and pull yourself opposite. Ooh, I'm feeling a little bit extra on my inside arm. Back forward, resist, pull back. Good. Okay, let's come to sit for a second. Roll those shoulders out. All right, so I said in the beginning, gentle core work. So let's do a little gentle core work. Making your way back down onto your back. Find any adjustments you need to make. Level hips, shoulders, arms at your side. Plant your feet and feel all 3 points of your foot touching the floor. Reach your arms down like you want to tap your fingertips to your heels. Shoulders open across the chest. Chin tuck. Make sure you're not like this. Bring the back of the head down, the chin forward and down. Tighten your tummy. Feel your legs pushing into the floor. So you're adding activation in your stabilization. Inhale, arms up to 90 degrees. Lift your shoulders up, exhale, stretch them back, keep your ribs down. Hold 3, 2, 1, arms come up, shoulders drop, reach your arms down to your side. One more time, inhale, arms up. Shoulders lift, exhale, stretch it back. Take notice of your ribs, that they don't leave the floor, they actually push more into the floor. Hold 3, hold 2, hold 1, arms come back up, shoulders drop, reach it down to your side. Hands back behind your head. Find that support of your legs, press down through the feet. Exhale, curls you up. You can kind of lift up a little bit higher here, situate yourself. Good. Now if you really pelvic tilt here, release it slightly. I want your sacrum, that triangular bone at the base of your spine, to support the connection more than your lower back. Exhale as you lift a little higher. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale, lift. 2. Exhale, lift. 3. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. 4. And 5. Hold it up on 5. Bring your right or left leg up. Other one to meet it. Zip them together. Squeeze your outer glutes in. Lift a little higher. Lift up. In, back halfway. Exhale, lift. Back halfway. 3 more here. 3. And 2. Last one. And 1. Hug your knees to your chest. Head comes down, head side to side. Good. Hands to your thighs, feet up to 90 degrees. Thighs press in, hands push out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your legs to the sky, hands press into the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend at the knee, flex your feet, hands push, knees in, hands out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it back up one more time. Energize the hands straight down, feet up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back behind your head. Exhale, curl up. You're almost there. Good. Find that support. Reach those legs up. This is called a nerve glide. We're massaging our nerves by activating the legs and reaching into the sky. Exhale, lift 1. Exhale, lift 2. Exhale, 3. 2 more. 4. Last one, and 5. Knees to your chest, good job. Shake it out a little bit, take a deep breath in. Big exhale out. Good. And let's finish with a little bit of a belt stretch. So grab that belt I talked about in the beginning. Take a comfortable seat. Good. So belt, strap. This is a thick band. It doesn't have to be a band. Actually, I prefer a belt, but I forgot mine at home. So your arms are basically straight out in front of you, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Chin tuck. Take your ribs in if you're seated or standing, making sure that you have that alignment, that you're not here, that you're here. You can see the difference. When we try to achieve tall posture, we often overdo it. Always think ribs in. They should be underneath your shoulders. Take your palms down, wrists straight. Press out. Feel the resistance in the back of your shoulders. As you do, maintain your posture and core by tightening your tummy, and you're going to lift your arms. So the whole time you're lifting them up, you're resisting them out. But keep resisting out. Drop the shoulder blades down your back. Keep that chin tuck. Again, this is action. It isn't just, stretch like that. That's great too, but that's not what this is. Hands resist out, chin tuck. Keep pressing out. Challenge yourself. You have the power to add as much resistance as you feel like you need today. Keep resisting out. Bring those arms back down. 2 more. Press out. Find that core. I'm lifting my pelvic floor up. My diaphragm is supporting my ribs, staying in. And my transverse, which is your deep core abdominal muscle, is active. That I'll get into more. If you have questions about it, let me know, because I call that the magic muscle. Keep resisting out. Should be getting tired here. Keep resisting out. Keep resisting out. Keep resisting out. Good. All right. Good job. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Oh my God, I love these Tuesdays. I was like, I have to make it work. And here we are. So I would love it if you shared it with your friends, gave it a try. If you have questions, always just send me a message. You can comment on here as well, but I'll be saving this as well to my news feed so it can be accessed later too. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will be seeing you next week.